Funnily enough, this video was supposed to be a tiny short rant that was cut out from the last video I did because it was a little unrelated to that video's theme. However, I kind of found my ranting and ravings kind of amusing and kind of interesting because I am awesome and epic.
Keep yapping, man.
But also because the idea was somewhat interesting. I don't know how else to describe it. So I decided to make this thing into a full-on thingy, a full-on video, a full-on gamer. Enjoy. In my last video, no, you don't have to watch it to understand, you cutie patootie, I talked about Saul Goodman and Sans from Sans Undertale. And well, at one point I went on a rant basically ragging on Saul's older brother, Chuck, and his self-righteousness. So of course, naturally, I come to the conclusion that you, yes, you, not so fucking, god damn it, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut. So I came to the conclusion that you, yes you, not so humble viewer, are an evil person. And you should totally like just own up to it. Confused? How I came to that marvelous conclusion? That my master deductions are just unheard of? That I revealed your thin-veiled act? Well, sit back and let me berate you, like I will berate Chuck McGill in just a moment, because I will reveal how I came to such conclusion. Chuck McGill. This man, oh my god, it's like blunder after blunder with him. I'm so glad he got put out of his sorry misery. It was L after L with him. And I'm like, this is the prime lawyer that was the pride and joy of HHM? All I see is a bumbling idiot who is so hyper-focused on shitting on his brother that he destroys his entire legacy and damages the firm he built up to that point. The law is sacred! Man, shut up! Just shut up! The law, please, as if lawyers aren't inherently associated with dirty practices and corruption. Yes, very sacred indeed. The system, which is notoriously considered terrible and unfair by basically everyone. Honestly, Chuck should be proud of his little brother. Good old Jimmy would fit right in with the cacophony of scum and villainy associated with our current justice system. I think that's what I dislike the most about him. His dumbass self-righteousness. So abrogating. Chuck is also like a goddamn gatekeeper as well.
An online course?
Online courses? Ew, bro, do you think they just hand out law licenses to anyone if it wasn't legit? Oh my god, Blood is so petty. He framed his brother in the most convoluted way so he can get him disbarred, but then in the process falls for the oldest trick in the book, which makes him look completely schizo. The old trick being, of course, hiring a guy to plant a phone on the opponent's person to convince the court they're crazy since they didn't react to it being on them, despite them claiming that their disease of being allergic to electricity causes them pain. Then hope they crash out because he realizes they have just fallen for another one of your classic and humorous chicaneries. Works every time. Well, not actually framed, but more like bait him into committing a crime. I'm talking about earlier, by the way. I said that Chuck framed Saul, but it's more like Chuck baited Saul to crash out. Though ironically, Saul did the same thing to Chuck in the tribunal by baiting him to crash out as well. Poetic, innit, bruv? Anyway, I like Chuck as a character despite my simmering, my seething, my steaming slight anger. It's kind of weird. I don't really like self-righteousness, huh? Like, you could be a terrible person, like, and I'd probably be chill. But the moment you become self-righteous is when you become insufferable to me. Self-righteousness. A disgusting excuse used to do evil. A common justification like religion was so often used back in the day. And still kinda is. I say, gents, if you're going to do evil, to commit sin, then I applaud you. I applaud you for doing what you want to do without the concern for others, for morality, or for the rules. But do so without the cowardice of an excuse. Lie, cheat, manipulate, sure. But the moment you attempt to excuse evil, it's just so nasty. Just admit you were a bit evil. Admit your darkness. If your lies fall apart, admit when you lose with some level of decency. Of course, never fully admit you were wrong. I mean, come on, that'd be a bit harsh. Come on. You'd be surprised how forgiving people can be when you shed tears or use half-truths to make yourself more favorable. But to be self-righteous? There is nothing righteous about this world, for even kind acts of compassion are twisted. For even virtues are vices viewed in a certain light, from a certain point of view, you know? Well, it can go both ways. Sometimes you lie or do something shady for the greater good. Lying to save someone's feelings. Stealing from the rich to give to the unfortunate. To kill to save others. Curious, isn't it? Light and dark. Dark and light. Absolute cinema! Nevertheless, pal, you're still evil. And I think you should just admit it. But not really because of some barbaric weird sense of honor or out of morality, but because I really despise when people believe their own lies done unintentionally. Self-righteousness like we see in Chuck McGill is a form of manipulation, friends. To justify, to convince others, and to get them to act out of the greater good because you're correct. Yet what we see in this scene is not manipulation. All I behold is a pathetic man who actually believes his own lies. Ugh, that's what I hate about self-righteousness. It's not about admitting when you're wrong. Who cares about that shit? It's about actually believing you're right, that you have some sort of moral high ground in a situation at hand. And that's something that just ticks me off. Like I said earlier, be a liar, be a cheater, be a killer. But to genuinely believe you have justification is disgusting. Oh, nasties who use self-righteousness. Like, how sad you gotta be to stoop to a tactic like that. Unlike me, I'm so perfect. Like, my lies are so much more morally conscious. See, it's okay when I manipulate and hurt people because I fully know what I'm doing is evil. Unlike those self-righteous pricks, am I right? It's quite a simple matter, chaps. It's a question of incompetence, not of morality. That's why, in my humble opinion, that those who use self-righteousness should be purged from this world. Preferably slowly. Why? Because they are evil, and I have a right to, you cretin. Haha! Yes, I'm right, and they're all wrong. Yes, I'm right. Oh, I'm so right. I'm so good. I'm so good. Wait, anywho, what was I talking about before whatever I was just talking about? Alright! I still can't believe Chuck was the crown and jewel of HHM at one point. To the point where Jimmy thinks in season 1 that, like, if Chuck resigns, it'll be so Jover for Howard. Though, yes, I do realize Chuck is past his prime when we do see him in Better Call Saul. It's kind of like seeing Palpatine in Return of the Jedi compared to the prequels or the show counterparts. He goes from being Master Manipulator 9000 to senile idiot man-child redditor sitting in his chair all day in a dark room. Man, for how good the original trilogy was, like, the old bastard really falls off. So, my humble viewer, be like Emperor Palpatine. He knows he's evil, and he enjoys it, he loves it, he runs on it. There is nothing wrong when admitting you're bad, just so as long as you can put your own spin on it.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies is the old song they say. If you really dream it, then you gotta believe it if you wanna make it true today. Ashes to ashes, little Rosie burns down. No one's making it out alive. Hush is the fire that burns down the whole town. All she wants to do is survive. If she wasn't crazy, she'd go insane. Nevermore, nevermore. Nevermore, nevermore. Raven, oh Raven, let little Rosie go free. Raven, oh Raven, let little Rosie go free. Jack and Rosie went up the hill, no one ever questioned why. Jack fell down, but Rosie just laughed. She wanted that part of her to die. He was always holding and pushing her back from who she truly was. Some say she's mental and some say she's not. That girl's been through enough. If she wasn't